welcome to Power Motorsports. We got Mr. Thomas Flute over here. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you, coming, being on the show, and got another fun-filled week here of love chatting with all of our local boys and stuff like that. And old Thomas here, he definitely is next level on his painting. So he does some painting and body work, and
I've done a little of it.
So how long you been doing it?
I started when I was probably about 8 years old, following my dad around. And
8 years old?
Yeah, when I just followed him around now. I wasn't painting.
Holy smokes.
I did paint with a Krylon can one time, rattling can.
Did you?
That was my first paint job.
Did you get you?
I run it everywhere.
Get your ass warmed over that?
Yeah. I painted a car for him one time with the Krylon, and I really got warmed up over that.
I done a little artwork myself on an old car, and I got my tail end tore off too. So, well, old Thomas here, he does a bunch of work for us and a bunch of work around town and stuff. Where are you located at? Let everybody know.
North of Marble City.
How long you been there?
I've been there all my life. I was born there.
Was you?
Yeah. A little lower down the hill, but I was born right there at that spot.
Was you? Well, I mean, was you born in town or at the hospital here in Southall?
No, not at the hospital. No, I was born where I'm at.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's where I was born.
And how long you been doing the auto body and paint? I didn't even ask you that. How long you been doing that?
Oh, I don't know. It's been about all my life. I started when I was about 14.
So,
painting.
Really painting?
Yeah, really painting.
So, about 50 years?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
69 now.
Yeah.
I'm really too old to do it. I move slow. You know that, too.
Well, yeah, but you do a good job.
Yeah.
We got to let everybody, know that. Now, I know one of the last trucks that he painted for me, we won 3 or 4 car shows in a row. So, you did a damn good job. So,
that was a fishing truck. You remember? You said you didn't want it. You were going to take it fishing.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be that nice, but when I got it back from old Thomas here, it looked so good. I thought, well, let's see how it does in a,
Try it.
Yeah, let's see what it does in a car show. And I threw it in there, and the sumbitch won.
Yeah.
I thought, well, let's take it to another one and to another one. And I was pretty floored. I was pretty shocked. And now I drive it every day. I drive it to work, and now she's starting to get some nicks and chips and little dings and Walmart carts. And
well,
everything.
It's a fishing truck now.
Yeah. Now you can drive it.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like one I can take through the woods.
Yeah.
I don't slow down at all. Limb scratch or whatever, I just take it on.
Yeah. Well, doing it every day, you probably hate doing your own work.
I don't do none of my own work. That's what my wife gripes about.
Sounds like me.
I run over something or bang it up, or it stays that way.
Yeah.
I'm like a roofer. My house leaks.
Yeah. That's like me. I can't. My wife can't get me to fix the electrical.
Yeah.
So same deal. Well, are you looking for any work, or you just covered up?
Well, I'm not really covered up, but I ain't really I don't take a lot. I just do a lot. I do something for you and then pick up something alone.
Yeah.
It comes to me. I don't have no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I notice you don't hand too many cards out or anything, do you?
No, I don't do nothing.
Just word of mouth.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby for me now. It keeps me alive. I'm getting old, and I need something to keep me moving. And that's what I do.
Keep the fluid flowing.
Keep the fluid flowing.
Yeah, I hear you.
That and a cold beer every now and then.
Yeah, I know my grandpa. He sat around a lot, and I know it'll kill you.
It will
if you sit too long.
That's what my dad always told me. He lived in his 80s. He told me if you keep stirring, you'll live to be an old man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to help, but I'm still stirring.
Yeah, but you also play a little music, don't you?
I did. I had to hang it up because I tried it for years. I started when I was about 14 playing. I found out I made $3 one day. Stood up there for 4 hours, but I made $3. And I thought, damn, you can get paid for this?
Yeah.
So I did it.
So what did you play? Did you sing?
Drum. I was a drummer. I was lead drummer. I was lead singer and drummer. That's what I was.
Yeah.
And I done it both. And then I can play acoustic a little bit, rhythm.
I've done both of those.
Have you?
Yeah, played a little bit of drums, and I have a acoustic
Mm-hmm.
in the house. I haven't really, perfected or taught myself. I decided to do it later in life. And I tell you what, trying to learn later in life compared to when you're younger, you probably learned all this when you were young.
When I was young.
Yeah, it's hard.
I used to drum good. Now I can just barely keep time if I even try.
Is that right? Keep the rhythm.
Yeah,
keep the beat.
Time with them. That's about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the one of the boys had to go to the boys' room, and I'd have to jump back there and take his place. And,
yeah. Well, I noticed you had your little honky tonk thing in the back of your shop.
Yeah, I got a half cans and half concrete floor back there.
Yeah, he's got like a little stage, like he puts on like a live show. Looks like it. That's your jamming session.
That's our jamming place. We're still going to do that. We a bunch of old farts just get around and have a little music.
What kind of music?
Country, and old rock.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Like how old? How old are country?
Oh, we stay up with the update stuff. I mean, we always
do
that. Yeah, we do. What you hear on the radio.
Oh, that's cool.
We played in casinos, every honky tonk around.
Now, do you play with Devin's dad and all them? Or?
No,
because I know I don't they play.
They
Devin
play.
Yeah,
that's Whiskey Revolvers is the name of their band.
What's you guys'?
Southern Thunder.
Southern Thunder.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, we're full-blood Indians. Just about every one of us Indians. I'm half Indian and half alley cat.
Half alley cat.
It works.
It works.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a gun. Well, I mean, you guys are all tight knit around there. Have you ever played with them?
Yeah.
Like Devin's
Erdy's dad. Davin's dad.
Yep.
He was my bass player for years.
Was he? Pretty salty?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What about the old man? What about, his father-in-law? I guess it'd be...
No,
He don't play nothing?
He don't play nothing. No, Buster. That'd be Buster.
Buster.
Yeah, he don't play nothing.
Yeah. How do you know all them? I mean, did you grow up around them?
Oh, I guess, yeah, kind of. We just got knowing each other.
Yeah.
Because they just live across the creek from us.
Well, I know they recommended you whenever, years ago, whenever we first started using you. So anybody that's looking here on YouTube, you can give us a shout out. And Joe, if you would, get phone number. You don't mind us posting it, do you?
No.
If anybody wants to call you to get some body work and stuff.
Yeah, that'd work.
So good thing is about Thomas here, he can take it to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring me junk and I make a ride out of it.
And I'm probably one of the ones that bring junk, right?
Yeah. It's 918-775-2659.
Okay. Cool. That way, anybody needs anything, you guys can give old Thomas here a shout out, and he'll be honest with you. He'll be up front.
Yeah,
so.
I will. If you want it fast, take it somewhere else. Yeah. Wait until I call you.
Yeah, that's the 3 triangles. Remember, I told you you can't have fast, good, and cheap all in one sentence.
That's right. You can't.
Yeah. So if you want it fast and good, it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah.
So
I'd have to speed up. I'd have to pull out that first gear.
Yeah. That or get some. Now you said something here a while back about your son maybe helping you out.
Yeah. No, he's a grandson. He's working in another shop right now, and it's a body shop. He's learning, and I told him go ahead and stay there until he could, really.
You letting them weather the storm?
Yeah, I'm gonna let that. Well, the guy is going to teach him, and he's agreed to do that. Teach him from everything, and I give him a cramp course one Sunday.
Yeah.
And I told him a sander. I said use it, and I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. And he mixed plastic Bondo.
Yeah.
And he put it on there without it setting up before he got it on there. That's this kind of weather. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
And the guy was really impressed. He could actually mix Bondo. And he said, "Yeah, I done it a few times." He done it once.
Yeah.
Before he got there, but he likes him, so I guess he'll probably stay for a while.
Well, is the old automotive paint and bodies that done you right? Pretty good trade.
It's a good trade. It's a real good trade if you if you get the business, if you do good work.
You got to do good work.
You got to do good work.
And what about all these younger generation? You seen very many of them, or is that why you're talking to your grandson because you ain't got nobody that'll come up and want to learn, or what's going on? You don't see very many people wanting to mess with it, or
well, there's a lot of them out there that's doing it, but it's a nasty, stinking mess, to get into.
Yeah,
and it's hazardous to your health. I understand.
Yeah,
but if you do it right and use the respirators and things when you're painting, don't breathe those stuff. I think you'd live to be an old man like me.
Yeah,
I've done it forever. My dad was a body man too.
Was he?
Yeah, this grandson, he'll be a third generation if he fulfills what his dream is. Yeah,
falls through with it.
Yeah, falls through with it.
So is he going to? You think he'll wind up coming up to your shop, or?
I hope so. Somewhere down the line, we're fixing to tear down and build on.
Are you?
Make it bigger. It's got to be bigger because you can't do it in one hole.
Well, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know we got this little paint booth next door in our shop, and we mainly use it for touch-ups and a quick paint job inside or something small. Of course, we would paint a full car if we didn't have you. We would do it, but it's just we take a lot of stuff to Thomas here all the time. So even Joe, and a good thing is Thomas here will work with you. You just got to be. They need to be up front with you, and you'll be up front with them.
That's
Either
right.
that, or he'll probably tell you to get your shit and leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Main thing, I
Don't want to mess with them.
would get a little cash up front or something, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
If they got it. If they ain't got it, I can work
Well,
with
you're
it.
not a big company.
No, I ain't.
And you're doing this on the
got
side.
No overhead.
Well, and I get the feeling, I know when we're up there, that you do it more for, you like cars.
Yeah, I do.
The love of cars.
I love the cars.
Yeah. It's like me. I like old cars.
Oh, I love old cars. I would have them sitting everywhere, but my wife, she kind of complains. Just like mowing my grass. I mow it, maybe once a month if I need it bad. And I told her the other day I would cut her a trail up with a weed eater to the front door if she wanted it.
Oh, you got other game plans or other things going, right?
Yeah, I got too many
Well, what kind of project you got going? Why don't you tell everybody? I mean, I kind of know what you got going on. Now, remember, what's that old car you got?
It's a 70 model Lincoln Mark III.
Is it the two-door?
Two-door hardtop.
Has it got a big block?
I don't know. It ain't got no motor at all. That's why I bought it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Motor train.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Boy, I think straight.
Yeah, it's straight. And I got a nephew. We're gonna do some swap. He's got a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
He's gonna put a motor and train in it for me and get it running. Cold air. That's agreement right there. Got to have cold air.
Ice cold air.
And
I know
I'm
me
putting
getting
him
older.
a paint job on his wife's car.
I got you.
So she's got one, a new one she wants slicked out.
And then I know you got that 65 Chevy off of us.
Yeah.
So
65 Chevy.
Is that going to be your fishing?
That's going to be my fishing vehicle. But I guarantee you I'm going to compete with you at the car show with it.
Well, mine will probably be rough.
We're going to set them side by side and
see
who does the best.
I guarantee you will too. So it's a little step side, 65 step side. Mine's a short wide. So what kind of color do you think? You going back white?
It's as bright a red as I can put on it.
Is that right? Like that Viper red?
Indian red. Yeah.
Indian red.
Yeah, Indian red.
I don't know. I have to look that up. Indian red.
No, that's what my dad always said. Boys, that thing's Indian red, ain't it? Because we always like red.
Yeah.
Even my mother, she was that way. And she's a white lady, but she loved red.
Well, your mom, now where's your mom and dad from?
From that area. Right.
Are they? So everybody's from Marble City?
Yeah, everybody's from Marble City.
You got kids?
I got 2 girls.
2 girls.
2 girls and a boy.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Any grandsons? Well, I mean, you got the one.
I got 2 grandsons, and I got about,
3 illegitimate.
3 or 4. I'm trying to figure out are they legitimate or not.
I got teasing.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I think we got 9 altogether, me and my wife.
Holy smokes! See, I come from a big family.
Mm-hmm.
See, my wife, she's got, she comes from 6. And then my mom and dad, combined on both sides, there's 9 altogether. So I don't even know how many kids or grandkids. So whenever we have a family get together, everybody says, "Why did you build such a big house?"
Well,
and I tell them, "Well, you try
you
to
gotta
house,
make it.
try to house 50 to 100 people at Thanksgiving." And
we used to do that.
Did
We'd
you
have big get-togethers, but now it's kind of all the kids is growing up and they're going to their different in-laws and outlaws and stuff. So
Yeah,
we don't have that many wants to come around.
Well, and mine is everybody's starting to get their own homes and stuff like that. So they're wanting to have it at their house.
Right.
But generally, that only lasts like one time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So, when they try to bring in 50, 60 people into their house, they get to see real quick.
Right.
And it's easy for us because when we have a get-together like that with that many siblings and all these grandkids, it's if you can imagine 50 to 100 people, it's definitely it's easier here to everybody to come to one place.
It is really.
Because we got tired of going to 4 different houses at Christmas. I think everybody gets tired of that.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? I know you do, and I did, and everything. So even my parents, my dad, and stuff like that, I know when they just come here to one spot, it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
So they like that. They like that. So, so what kind of motor are you gonna put in that old 65? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I really don't know yet.
Don't know yet?
No.
It's got to be V8, right?
Oh, it's got to be V8.
Yeah, got to have that sound.
I got to have that sound. That's true.
Got to have a little bit of thump.
Yeah, your little green one now, it had that thump and it didn't really have nothing in it, but boy, it really sounded like it was.
It sounds tough.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. You can do a little bit of exhaust and a little bit of, it's like that CUDA.
Yeah, that CUDA sounds bad. Yeah.
It sounds, now that I have to admit, that thing will go pretty good.
Everybody that comes up there that wants to see the motor, I got it all covered up.
Well,
see them. Can we hear it? And I said, well, let me hook the battery up. So I started up and let them hear it.
Well, what he's talking about is, I haven't said anything to anybody about it, but it's a 1967 Barracuda that's going to be my wife's.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we built a new motor. It's got a nice little cam. Well, actually, to be honest with you, I take that back. We did not build the motor on that one. We put it in, tuned it, and all that stuff. David at Pete's Machine Shop, which he'll be on here pretty soon. I told him he could come out and talk and stuff like that for his business, but he's the one that put that together. And man, he did it cheap. Did a pretty good job. It looks, it sounds good.
Yeah.
So
it looks great.
Yeah, seems like it's got a little bit of pep. And he sold us the long block. I think it was around 18 or 1900, and it was finished. And we brought it here, and obviously we painted it, chromed it out, put the carb, and set the timing, and tuned it, and all that stuff. And the main reason why we did that was we just didn't have the time. We didn't have time. And on top of that, when it comes to really stock stuff, we don't really care to mess with it. So, and we didn't think, with it being pretty much stock, just a little bit of a cam in it, it wouldn't be that hot, but that thing runs good.
No, I'd say it will. Of course, I have moved it into the garage, and that's about it for me.
Yeah, but everybody's fire that thing up.
Oh, yeah, everybody wants to hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
And look at it. Boy, they thought, what is that thing?
Well, you don't. It kind of surprised you because the old car's all primered and looks a little rough, and then when you pop the hood, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
You're like, holy smokes! Ooh, yeah, it does it for me. You know what I mean? So, but old Joe there, Joe's gonna hopefully be putting him together an old car. So I'm trying to talk him into like an old 68, 69 GTX or Super B or something like that. So I know we got a couple back here. We're just hoping to. Well, you seen the Roadrunner? That's a 69 Roadrunner out there. But we're going to put the pans and stuff like that in and probably just get it primer and get rolling on it. But the next one we're probably going to try to put together for him. So, yeah, Joe, this would be the guy to get a hold of to make it look good.
Yeah, I can make it look good.
Make it pop.
Just don't get in a rush. That's the main thing.
Yeah, don't want to be rushed.
No, I don't like to be rushed.
So, are you going to be playing anywhere soon?
No, I'm not. I'm kind of laid back, and I'm gonna kind of hang it up. I think.
Think so?
And I think so. I'm getting too old.
Is that right?
4 hours of standing up there, you're ready to get to my old knees. My old knees about gone.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, how long you been married? Is this first marriage? Second?
No, it's second wife.
Second wife?
We've been married around 20 years.
Yeah.
She's a full-blood Cherokee. Her name's Abby, and she loves to do anything I do.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't care what I do. It's all right with her.
It's all about you then.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
We get along good.
Well, hell, who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
I don't have no trouble with this lady. She loves to do anything I do.
Yeah. You'd like it, wouldn't you, Joe? I know I would too. Yeah. Yeah, me, it's, well, my wife, we've been married, I think we've been married going on 11 years. And I have to think of how long we've been together. I think it's 18 or 19. Well, she's the one that gets it wrong. I'm actually the one who remembers.
Yeah.
So we've been together about as long as y'all's been married. So for my age, I've been with her, most of my adult life.
Yeah.
So, and I've been married before too, but really I only count this one. You know what I mean?
My first wife, she died. She had a stroke, died. But then me and this girl got together and I was playing them old honky tonks, started back, and we got together, and it was either fight or get married. And I said, well, let's just get married.
Oh no, not drinking, playing music, and wild Indians, right?
I done that. We done that, boy. But we got along real good, and we're raising our second. I guess it'd be our third family. I raised mine up, she raised hers up, and then we raised the grandson up, the one that's supposed to do the body work.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we raised him up. Well, we didn't. He was always at our house. He just didn't want to go home. He wanted to stay at Granny and Grandpa all the time because he got to do what he wanted to. And then we got these two little girls that we're raising up, our granddaughters, but they're our daughters too. We adopted.
Are you guys really involved with the grandkids?
Oh yeah, yeah. We take and we do something with all of them. They're in our swim pool all the time.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being at my grandma and grandpa's. I know my parents are, they're not as involved with the grandkids, and my wife's parents the same kind of way. They're not as involved, and it's definitely a different generation. I guess they say that your generation, you guys are a lot busier. And I know my grandparents, they were plumb, they were out of the workforce. They were plumb retired, and they had a farm, and they didn't do much but feed chickens and just mess around a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I do a little bit of both too. I got livestock and stuff.
Do you?
A few old cows.
Do you?
More trouble than they're worth. But, it's something I want to keep doing. My dad was a full-blood Cherokee, and he believed in handing the herd to the oldest one or to the other son that wanted to keep the herd. And the bloodline in my cows has got my dad's cattle's bloodline in it, and it's way back, but it's the bloodline is still in.
And that
there.
means something to you.
Yeah, it does.
That's your daddy.
And I'm going to hand it on down to my grandson. I guess be the only one.
Well, that's the same way I feel sometimes whenever I get something of my dad's or my grandpa's, and I think when I'm riding that old tractor or whatever I got from them, that they sat there and was doing the same thing, mowing or something like that. So.
My dad called it the thinking rock. There's 2 or 3 old rocks stacked up out against the big old blackjack out there. The old blackjacks died, but the rocks are still up against that old stump.
Is that right?
And every now and then I'll sit down there and I'll say, well, this is what Dad used to think.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking at the time, but, that was his thinking rock, he always said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's definitely, I think a lot of that's lost now.
It is.
Because like I was, put my finger on it, that you've got a lot of baby boomers and a lot of people your age, I would say 50s, 60s, and 70s. They're super busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're so used to working 24/7. Now that they've become grandparents, they're not as involved because they're donating their time to the local church, and they're they're part of this faculty, and they're a member of this, and then they've got them 2 side hobbies, and they're racing still, and you know, I just they're so busy compared to their parents, your parents. You know, your parents at 60, was he doing what you're doing?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's just totally different, because I've done a little bit of thinking about it, because I thought, man, why are my parents not, you know, that involved with the kids, you know, with the grandkids? And I know Joe's thought of it too. And I actually researched it here a few weeks ago and started really looking into it, because I thought, man, this cannot be the norm, but it is. I looked, in the majority of baby boomers right now, they still are in this mode of thinking that they got to stay that hooked up, busy all the time, be busybodies. You know, so I commend you for spending time with them all the time.
Yeah, I do. I like to spend time with them. If they come around, that's just getting them up there. They're all outgrowing Granny and Grandpa.
So are they?
Yeah, they're getting that way now.
I got you.
I got a granddaughter. I don't ever hardly see her. I have seen her, but she did call me. No, I think it was. Yeah, she did call me Father's Day, I think.
Is that right?
And so I didn't know. I mean, I did get to hear a little bit.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Well, everybody, they, you know, being on this podcast stuff, everybody gets to know, you know, who you are and where you're from, and stuff like that. And if anybody needs anything from old Thomas here,
if anybody needs anything, I can sure fix them up.
Yeah.
Make it slick, shiny.
Yeah. Spit shine. Yeah, go ahead, give your number. What's your number again?
It's 918-775-2659.
Yeah.
I got to try to remember.
Remember, not fast, not cheap. Quality.
Yeah.
If you want to win a car show, give him a call.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tom.
Don't call me. I'll call you when I'm through.
Here you go. Well, Thomas, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
All right, then.
All righty. All right. Thanks, Joe.